Hey guys, it's Tiffany, and you found me for Tarot Friday. So I know you're here for the cards, and we're going to jump into that. But I also want to give you a little bit of heads up on what's going on in the astrology. So today we are under a third quarter moon in 24 degrees of Virgo. And as you can tell, I'm a little under the weather over here. Virgo is about health and cleaning up the details of our health, about getting organized, right? About making sure that all of the little things in life are fine-tuned, right? Virgo likes to fine-tune things. So under this moon, it's a good time to relax, to look inside. When you have a third quarter moon, you're looking at a square from the sun to the moon. So there can be some challenging or opposing energies like, oh, I want to go do this, but I actually need to rest and relax. And so looking at the tension of that today and figuring out what's best for you with awareness, right? Let's see. So there's some good things happening in the astrology over the weekend. And then next week starts out a little bit, I don't know, emotional, I'll say. So just be aware that there's some astrology factors going on. And before we look at the cards, I wanted to make sure and invite you all. I'm teaching a mediumship class on the 19th. And I am a host on an astrology panel on solstice on the 21st. We're going to be talking about the 2023 astrology predictions. And so Celeste Brooks and Sarah Elharar and myself have gone through. We have a beautiful presentation for you. We're going to tell you what's going to stay the same in 2023 and what's going to change, what's shifting, what's going to be different. And of course, some of the big hot topics are March, right? Saturn changes signs, Pluto changes signs. Next year, the nodes are going to shift into Aries and Libra in the summer. There's a lot to talk about. So I hope you'll join us for that. It's a $33 investment, and you'll get 3 professional astrologers for 90 minutes on solstice. And you'll get a nice view of the year ahead. So I just wanted to invite you guys, and let's jump into the cards. Let's see okay, this one jumped out. We got the 9 of Wands. So let's start with Aries. Okay, our Aries friends watching, Aries Sun or Moon, 9 of Wands. And then we've also got an Ace of Wands. Okay, so Aries, ready for something different in life, ready for something that feels a little bit more fiery, a little bit more uplifting. It feels like maybe things have been stagnant for a while and you're just ready for a boost. Maybe you've already made a big change and this is just confirmation that a big change was needed. So this is not a small change. This is something really pivotal, right? This is moving across the country. This is not working in one line and working in a new line, meaning like a different career, right? Some answering some higher calling type of a thing. So you have a lot of energy right now to make big, huge pivots. That doesn't mean that you have to do it all right now, right? Mars is still retrograde. Mercury will be retrograde. And so it's not saying go forward and do and pursue, but just try to catch the wave, find the wave where the energy changes and don't be afraid to make some big, huge change in your life. Okay. That's exciting. Let's read for Taurus. Let's just clear the deck for Taurus. Any of our Taurus friends out there? I'm using the Christmas deck. It's so cute. Okay. Taurus, the World card. Okay. We also get, the 10 of Cups. So some of our Taurus, the 10 of Cups, this is the happy family card. This is the marriage card. This is, you get your wish card. This is everything coming together. And so this is kind of like a Christmas miracle, right? The World card, this is the end of a long cycle. This is the turning point for you. This is something that is over. And now it's time to look back and see what are the rewards of the last, cycle for you. What have you been going through and what have you learned from it so that you can move forward into this happier, freer, more emotionally connected time. Okay. So don't forget to look for the nuggets and the gifts, especially around February, March, as those 2 big outer planets are changing signs, right? Be on the lookout for some gifts that the universe is trying to give you. Awesome. Really good reading for our Taurus friends. Okay, let's clear for Gemini. What is it that our Geminis need to hear just for the weekend ahead? Some practical advice or guidance for our Geminis. All right, we've got a Knight of Wands and the Star card. So our Geminis, the Star card is about helping others, but it's also about being the star of your own life. And so there can be this mix going on. Have you guys listened to the Silva method, right? Jose Silva. There's this whole method about mind, like controlling the mind, basically, right? And so this card reminds me what he teaches, which is you can get anything you want as long as the why is to help others, right? And so this is kind of what this expression is making me feel like, Gemini. So you can get anything you want in this world as long as your motivation is to be of service to others, to help the tribe of humanity, and to help planet Earth, right? Okay. All right, let's clear for our Cancers. What is it that our Cancer friends need to hear for the weekend ahead? Okay. Cancer, we've got a nine of wands and just the Christmas Tarot bonus card. So let me get you another one here. The Chariot. Okay, so Cancer, there's something that you are like rearing to go at, like you're ready for the next phase, but it's not quite here yet. So I'm going to ask you to go slow. I'm going to ask you to prepare more than you think you need to prepare. And then I'm going to ask you to collaborate with somebody else. That somebody else could be your higher power, your God, your goddess. It could be a friend, a neighbor. It could be a spouse. It could be a kid. It could be a sibling. But it looks like collaboration is needed in order to go forward. And also that there's a timing issue. So just prepare as much as you can prepare, get as much data as you can get, and then look for the right sources of collaboration. Okay, Cancer? All right. Let's have a sip of water. After Cancer comes Leo. So let's see what our Leo friends need to hear for the weekend ahead. Some practical advice or guidance. All right, we get the Death card and the Two of Wands. And so something is over, Leo, but you've kind of let it die on the vine. And what that means is like you let something linger too long and you just need to move forward with something that you've been kind of back and forth about. It's really just over. You know what I mean? You just have had a hard time letting it go. And so it's time to look at new options, not the options that you've had this whole time, but some different options that you might not have thought of yet. Okay, Leo, I hope that's useful for some of you. All right, let's clear for Virgo. What is it that our Virgo friends need to hear for the weekend ahead? Just some practical advice or guidance for our Virgos. We got an Empress and a Four of Swords. Okay, so Virgos, really starting something creative, you know, that you don't have to have a plan for everything. Just this is giving yourself time to be inspired by something. So maybe you want to go do something that puts you in the mood to be inspired and creative. The Four of Swords and the Empress here, it's like, where have I been too controlling and tried to, controlling is like not really the right word. Where have I tried to manage things in such a way that there's no room for creativity or freedom or spontaneity? And so this is just suggesting maybe a little spontaneity or creativity or inspiration would go a long way. And it might look like something outside of the ideas or the agendas or the day that you have managed or planned. Okay, so a little weekend creative project could be really fun for you guys. All right, so after Virgo, let's see, we've got Libra. I'm just clearing for our Libras. Okay, Seven of Wands and Temperance for our Libras. So temperance means to mix in Latin. It could be that some of you are mixing things, blending things, that the solution that you're looking for has to do with blending something instead of like unifying, instead of making separate pots, actually putting them all under the same umbrella. The Seven of Wands, you know, this requires some patience, of course, that you're planting seeds. And so just because you decide to blend something or put something together, give it a little bit of time to sort out. And the Temperance card also reminds us to reel it in. We might have become overly excited about something. It's time to reel it in a little bit. We might have become overly, like we might be overworking, over drinking, overthinking, oversleeping, over exercising. The Temperance card helps us to take it back a notch and to conserve our energy. Okay, so anyone with Libra placements that feels like they have overdone it, like I have, as you can hear in my voice and see in my face, right? I have 4 Libra placements. This definitely speaks to me. I have overdone it. And this is a period to just reel it back a little bit, rest and heal, and let things start to recalibrate. Okay. Let's clear for our Scorpios. What is it that our Scorpio friends need to hear for the weekend ahead? Just clearing for Scorpios, asking that my words be concise, clear, and accurate for those listening, for whoever needs to hear it. 3 cards fell out. We got the 7 of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Tower. Okay, Scorpio. This is like that time when we can't know everything, right? We have to be comfortable with the uncertainty. The Moon card, it's like being uncomfortable in the dark places, or just being comfortable in the dark places, just letting something ride, not having to know everything, not having to go to the depths and the end of the earth to find an answer for something, to let something be unanswered and to be okay with that. The Tower card usually indicates that something's falling apart, something needs to fall apart because the foundation is a little bit rocky, right? Like we haven't set ourselves up for success. And then the 7 of Pentacles over here, it's just that reminder that the day that you plant the seed is not the day that you get the fruit. And so something needs to come undone a little bit. Maybe you're not quite sure what that is, or you're not letting it come undone because you're not sure what's next, right? This is about trusting the process and trusting the quiet time and the time when you don't have a plan, and just trying to connect with spirit and saying, you know, show me the next step, show me the next step. Connecting with your spirit guides, connecting with your mentors, connecting with people whose life you want to live like, right? People that are in the same frequency and energy. And, you know, just knowing that there's sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. Okay. Scorpios will be okay with that message, right? All right. Let's clear for, let's see, our Sagittarius. Just reading for our Sag friends here. Seven of Cups, Page of Swords. All right. So Sagittarius, are some of you in analysis paralysis? Are you thinking, are you overthinking it? You know, is it as simple as just following your impulse, following that design inside of you that kind of knows what's right for you? Are you getting bogged down by too many options or too many like ways that things could go? And is it time to just come back to that impulse of what you first thought? Just go with your gut instinct when you're faced with lots of options or lots of opportunities. Don't let that spread your energy too thin. Just try to look at that first impulse and see if it still feels really correct for you. You'll know. You don't have to have a psychic for that, right, Sag? Okay. And now let's clear for our Capricorns. Okay. All right. For Capricorns, similar to our Scorpios, something needs to come undone. Something isn't maybe, we're not all going to have the Norman Rockwell holiday plan play out, right? Capricorn, something needs to come undone because it wasn't built properly. It's not that you did anything wrong. It's that something has got to rebuild under new circumstances, new territory, new values. Maybe you weren't as in touch with your values as you are now. But the Tower card is when things in your life just kind of go haywire for a while. And the astrology can really help know this too shall pass and when, right? Any Capricorns grieving out there, going through a time of sorrow, sadness, loneliness, just know that, you know, your season is here. And if things feel like they're dissolving, they're probably just evolving, right? It's easy for me to say sitting from here. So my heart goes out to you if you're one of the Capricorns that are feeling a little bit alienated or isolated. Just know that this season might not be the time to go connect and just be busy. This might be a season of coming back and looking inside for you guys, right? See what's not working with the Tower card. What is not working in your life? What is just not working? And can you give that to spirit and say, show me what to do, right? I'm tired of managing it, right? Okay, let's clear for Aquarius. Okay, just clearing for Aquarius. All right, 4 Pentacles and a Page of Wands here. So Aquarius, I feel like the 4 of Pentacles is just a gentle reminder to slow down, to take a breath, and to look around at what you're grateful for that's been in your life long term. This is a I guess, a call or an opportunity to look at what has been in your life long term and what you want to keep in your life long term. And anything that's not long term, it doesn't mean that it has to go away or you have to be done with it. It just means there's an appreciation that everything has a time in your life, a timing in your life, a season in your life. And right now, there seems to be a calling to really appreciate and go deep with those connections that have been around for a long, long time. So this holiday season, it might be really worthwhile to connect with an old family friend, old family members, old people from, years gone by that have really just been there for you and stood the test of time. And you've been there for them too, of course. But to me, this is a calling for stability. And the way that we get more stability is to really reflect on what it has been stable, what has been good in our life for a long time. Okay. All right. Let's clear the deck for our Pisces and see what it is our Pisces need to hear for the weekend ahead. Just some practical advice, some guidance, something that would help our Pisces along the way. All right, Pisces, Nine of Cups and an Ace of Cups. So some of you guys are really getting juicy in your love life, really connecting to that source of love, really radiating out love. Pisces, this is a good time to fall in love, look for love, be in love, fall in love with the mundane things of life. Make the next cup of coffee you drink the very best cup of coffee you've ever had, and just start to get excited and fall in love with the little things in life, and more and more and more will come to you. Okay, Pisces, you're good at that. That's part of your inner magic. But it looks like a really good weekend ahead, and just spend it with the people that mean the most to you, Okay, let's do a universal reading for everyone. Just a simple reading for everybody that came by to watch today. Thank you so much for being here. I know you could be at many different channels, and I'm glad you're here with us. We're just doing a simple universal reading for the weekend ahead. Okay. All right. So anybody grieving loss of relationship this season or this weekend, know that this too shall pass. Know that the loss of a relationship, that we don't really ever lose anything, right? It's energy, and it will come back around to us in another form. Okay, so really taking time to grieve if you need to, right? Feeling the emotion, and then perhaps even desensitizing from it, right? So if you are replaying a loss over and over in your head, that's different than desensitizing from it, and it's okay to feel it all the way through, and then to also take a break from those feelings, because you don't want to wire your neural pathways for a constant grief. You know what I mean? And so a lot of us moving forward with relationships under a new lens, with new values, with new, with just like some new vibes, basically, right? We're not the same people that we used to be. And today is different than yesterday. This year is different than 7 years ago, right? And so really kind of reassessing some of our relationships is going to be a key message for the majority of people stopping by. I also pulled the Ace of Pentacles. And so if you get kind of a relationship blues, I would say focus on your gift, focus on your calling, and the rest of it's going to line up, right? Focus on your give back, focus on your service to humanity, and the rest is going to line up, okay? All right, guys, I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Happy third quarter moon in Virgo. Hope to see you on the 19th for Mediumship and the 21st for our 2023 astrology preview. I can't wait to work with you this year. I hope you've had a fun and Tarot Friday this year. If you're new and you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.